Hi, and welcome to another episode. And I really hope you enjoyed the episode last week with Sally Prosser, the voice coach. Exciting news, it's only 1 week until From Self Neglect to Self Compassion is out into the world. So if you haven't already pre ordered, you can still do that via my website or your favourite online retailer. And I strongly encourage you to do that. This week, I want you to think about your future self. Imagine if you were sitting having a conversation with your future self, perhaps first thing in the morning, telling them what your day looks like and what you're going to do. I want you to consider what your future self might say back to you, what sort of reflections they might have about how you're going about your day. And this isn't an opportunity for you to become self-critical. This is about connecting with your compassionate future self so that you can really pay attention to whether the things you're doing are helpful or not. So every decision we make, every choice we make, all the things that we do are going to have an impact one way or another on our future self. Now, that might be something that is really beneficial for our future self, or it might be something that could potentially be harmful or at best not helpful. So I think it can be really helpful to think about your future self when you're planning your day, when you're making decisions, when you're thinking about how you're going to design your day, your week, your overall life. We really want to take care of our future selves. They're really relying on us to do that. So have a think. What are some ways that you could connect with your future self? It might just be sitting and imagining that you're in conversation. It might be that you imagine yourself a year, 5 years, 10 years, 20, 30, 40 years from now, and picture what your future self is looking like and feeling like, and question what impact your decisions today are going to have on that future self. I know for me, I can really struggle with getting out and going for a walk, which baffles me sometimes because I actually really enjoy it when I'm out walking. But it's that getting going. And I think that's part of being ADHD. It's that getting going to do the thing that I want to be doing. So often I'll connect with my values, and one of those is health. And also thinking about what would my future self want me to do right now? And chances are she wants me to get out there, be mobile, be healthy, so that she can actually be mobile and healthy in the future that she's living in. Another way you can do this, and I don't necessarily think you need to do this every day, is to write a letter either to your future self or from your future self, or both. Perhaps letting them know what you're going to do and asking their opinion, and then write from the perspective of your future self. Now, these exercises can feel a little bit hard to start with, but over time, the more you get used to doing this letter writing, the easier it does become, and it can be really powerful. You can do this with pen and paper, or you can voice note it, or you can do it on computer with typing, whatever works best for you. We can get caught up in, what is the best way to do things? But what I've found for myself and with working with other people is the best way to do things is the way that it works for you. And if you find ways that work for you, you're more likely to implement them. You're more likely to be able to sustain them. And that's going to work better for you in the long run, and therefore work better for your future self. I'd love to know how you go with this. Feel free to reach out. My DMs and email are always open. And let me know whether you tried the letter writing or whether it was just sitting and imagining, or perhaps you've got some other ideas of how you might do that. But the main thing is, As you go about your life, hold in mind your future self. What are your decisions now going to mean for them later? And this isn't about getting it right all the time. This isn't about perfectionism. There's going to be days where you do stuff that perhaps isn't so helpful, and that's okay. We've got to remember that we're human first, and we're not about trying to get this all perfect. There is no such thing as perfect. That is merely an illusion that your mind comes up with. This is merely something that you try and strive for because it perhaps helps you feel safer. This is just about finding ways for you to live your life in a way that is beneficial for you today, tomorrow, and into the future for your future self. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love you to go and pre-order the book. I'll put links in the show notes. And I look forward to seeing you again next week. It'll be another solo episode next week as we launch the book into the world. I'm really excited for that. In the meantime, go well and go gently with yourself. Take care.